when people ask me what I do, I generally tell them inspire, revolutionize. But when people are asked, what do you think of Sam? Words that come to their head is probably like savant. So yeah, I finally got the money for this film that I've been trying to get done for a long time now, and yeah, my producer finally got the money, and basically what he said is you have to compromise your artistic vision for, for the company. And I said, listen, man, I don't do that. That's not me, I stand my ground. And he was basically like, they're paying you $2.5 million to do the film. So yeah, I'm doing the film. So basically what the company said was, you can make a film, but we have some obstructions for you that you have to, it was some guidelines that you have to follow. And, I'm a rule breaker. I'm usually, I color outside the lines. Just ask my third grade teacher. But yeah, so I had to follow these guidelines. So the first guideline that they gave me is that I can't use music. And my first idea was to do a musical for this film, so that's off the table. So then I thought, if I can't do a musical, I might as well do a dope cowboy alien story. Something really radical, with a bunch of lasers and stuff. Most people like. But then their second obstruction was that I can't have a script. So, I don't know if they've ever made a movie before, but that was the second one. Yeah, that third one was really stupid. Where am I going to find one of those? It's not like there's just some lion lying around. Yeah, the fourth one was a doozy, for sure. Because my producer explained to me that the only reason why that they could pay me so much and make the film so cheap was because the fourth obstruction was I would have no cast or crew. So it's just me on this one. And so far it is pretty shitty. So my producer said the fifth obstruction was my film isn't allowed to have a plot. So I'm really starting to think he's not an actual producer, because I've already paid him like 30 grand out of my own savings, and I haven't seen any of that $2.5 million. So when I first started this thing, I really wasn't sure what I was going to do. It was taking me a long time to sort of figure out what kind of obstructions I wanted. And originally I had a film that I wanted to make, and I was just going to make the film and then throw some obstructions on it, but that's really not the assignment, and it seemed pretty disingenuous. So, yeah, this is where, basically, because it's like my secondary idea, that's where it came from. And so the concept is basically this arrogant filmmaker who thinks he's all that is finally got the money to make the film that he's always wanted, but the producer gives him these obstructions that he has to follow to make the film. And I wanted his obstructions to be pretty absurd, like very kind of almost ridiculous obstructions that would not allow somebody to make a movie. Which is why he had obstructions like no crew, no script, no plot. And basically the idea of the film is like he's just struggling with creating this film, and he's decided to just throw it on camera, and it's like sort of his vlog, like confession about how he's feeling about the film. So some of it is actually pretty genuine to the way I was feeling about this film, and some of it is really just the character being a douchebag. I think you start to see some similarities though in his actual obstructions and the obstructions I laid out in the beginning of the film. There's definitely was like a correlation in making his vlog videos and making this whole thing. I think really what the nugget of the film is like it's not that easy whether you have obstructions or not, and putting that sort of faith that you can just make a film in this character that's really kind of a D-bag was like something I'd always been interested in, and I wasn't really sure what kind of context I was going to explore that in, and it seemed like it would make sense.